Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Tap Nation podcast, where we discuss the Spokane Real Estate Market news and things going on in the area. My name is Connor Phelan. I'm the marketing director here at the Top Agent team. Today, I'm joined by Kyle Nash, realtor and director of onboarding, and special guest Aldo, who is also a team leader here at the Top Agent team. So let's talk about the market a bit. How's things going?
Yeah. So I got a little update from last week. We had 2159 for active listings, so we're down about 1% or 0.89%, down to 2140. So when I see that, I'm looking at, again, we're looking at a rolling week over week. So when I see that change in about 20 listings or so, I see that there's actually 400 that actually went pending in the last week, or that are still pending. So again, all of these stats are kind of rolling. But I like to look at the percentages. So what that means is new listings last week were actually up about almost 2%. And so that just means that we're getting a little bit more on the market that actually went live last week. So it's a benefit for us as agents. We got more stuff to show. Although if you could speak a little bit on that, I know we just talked a little bit today that you were going to do some video walkthroughs, right, for some clients from out of town.
Yeah.
How common is that for you?
Couple a week at least.
Yeah. Got people from California, is that correct? Yeah.
California, Oregon, Everett, Washington.
Yeah. So speaking of that, actually, there was an article I was hearing about that any metropolitan city, we're at about like 250,000 between 250,000 to 750,000 per capita. We're looking at that's going to increase by 25% over the next few years. So that means upwards of, at 750,000. Let me do the quick math here really quick for you. So 250,000 times, 1.25. So that's about 62,000 people that are going to be moving in. And so now we go up to 750,000, and that's going to be obviously quite a bit more. So we look at that, and that's almost 235,000 people more. So when you're looking at metropolitan areas, you're getting a lot of people that are moving from those big cities in Oregon and I mean, not Idaho necessarily, because a lot of people are coming from Spokane and moving to Idaho. Yeah. But we are also considered one of those metropolitan cities. We're having people kind of move out. So, we're seeing a lot of that, and it's just, again, it's a crazy market. So
What exactly is a metropolitan? Like, what defines that?
That's a good question.
What makes a city a metropolitan?
Let's Google it.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know. I know it's per capita, so it's a number per capita.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up.
On that note, though, I track our Google Analytics, and you can see the cities where people are looking at our site and stuff the most. It's Post Falls, Seattle, California, Portland. Those cities and states. People are moving out of these areas, which is very interesting. I saw an article the other day. It said a record number of people are leaving Seattle right now. Moving out. Yeah. And what exactly will that do to their real estate market? Is it going to crash it?
Well, honestly, I mean, what I've seen is we're generally about 2 years behind Seattle's market. So if that starts going down, we'll see that we won't see that until about 2 years later. Now, it hasn't necessarily happened over there just yet. I've got some good realtor friends of mine over there. They're still telling me it's just as hot. Stuff's going, astronomically high over list price. So, I don't really see it slowing down anytime soon, especially with Spokane. We're kind of in an interesting little bubble here where a lot of people are moving in here. Once, I think we got a lot of new construction going on. Mm-hmm. Some other things. I know, although you're living out in Medical Lake area, there's a lot of stuff going on out there, right?
Yeah, I'm right across the freeway from the Amazon building.
Yep. So Amazon's out there. Yeah. Doesn't Fairchild they're having a Navy training facility being built as well. So another wing getting added out there. So that's going to bring in some more military families possibly. Mm-hmm. So there's just, again, in Spokane, we've just got so much building going on that 2 year window, I think it may not necessarily be applicable to, what's actually going to be happening.
Yeah.
So, anything to add on that?
Yeah, the military, I don't want to talk numbers, but I feel like it was something like 10% larger population on base. And also, it's a small base with not a lot of base housing, so a lot of those new guys are all buying houses in the area.
Yeah.
And the West Plains is ripe for development.
there's just a lot of, I mean, it's West Plains, right? There's a lot of plains, a lot of farmers selling off their land and getting it developed, and lots of new construction out there. So.
Oh yeah.
So the moral of the story: buy land in Medical Lake and Airway Heights.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's already overpriced.
Yeah.
It's already all overpriced now.
Yeah.
2 or 3 new neighborhoods just right by me. Building an 800, not 800. It's like 120 doors.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but all like 3 and 4 bedroom apartments.
Okay.
In that area, right across from Amazon.
Jeez.
Yeah. Dentist's office, Mexican restaurant. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of restaurants out in that Medical Lake area, so they need to start getting some more stuff.
Yeah.
So, although a little bit of background on you, how long have you been with the team?
A year and 8 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I know we just kind of celebrated a little milestone for you today, closing over $4 million in the last 12 months, and that's a huge accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's something that we like to celebrate with our agents here. You know, people are kind of moving up into volume tiers and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of cool to see people just start kind of hitting their stride. Connor, you got some more headlines for us?
Yeah, but first I got the metropolitan city definition right here. A metropolitan area is a region house to a densely populated urban core and its less populated surrounding territory, sharing industry, infrastructure, and housing. So that makes sense because you got places like Airway Heights and Cheney and
Spokane is the metropolitan, but all of those other areas are included.
You know, I think of that sometimes. It's just the way that our county's laid out. It's like everything is going to be connected one day. I feel like from Medical Lake to Airway Heights to Spokane, it's just going to be
north-south freeway. I mean, we're going to have they've got it from basically not necessarily Francis, and they're planning on bringing that down even further to sort of Market, and I think it's like Green Street. When it turns from Green to Market, there's going to be an on-ramp that goes from a north-south freeway from there all the way up to like Argonne and further up there. So that's going to be. I mean, but that's been under construction for like 40 years.
Yeah, so. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, but it looks like they're really making some headway on it now. I drive up there every once in a while. And then I haven't been on Bigelow Gulch in a long time, and I went on that like probably 6 months ago, and I didn't even realize that they had just expanded it out to four lanes. Yeah. And it's basically a highway out there. That's like, what the heck? I haven't been out there in so long, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big announcement. We're drawing the winner for the Traeger this Friday, so make sure you go enter for that. We'll leave the link in the description. That's all we're going to say about it. Over 1,000 people have entered so far, so good luck. We're going to use a random comment generator. Just comment on the post, and if you get selected, you can come pick it up here at the office. It's in the other room right over there. And
shh, don't tell people that.
Take that puppy home with you.
You ruined it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, I got couple headlines here. So the first one's about mortgages. It's from CNBC, and it says weekly mortgage demand from home buyers jumps up 19% annually. Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, yeah.
The hot season has been kind of condensed because of COVID, is how I feel. Like late spring, early summer, it was still kind of slow. A few buyers were still kind of holding back, making sure nothing crazy was going to go down.
So is that because the banks want to loan out more money, or like why are they lowering interest rates?
I think it's honestly it has to just do with keeping the economy going still, because I think when you see banks are still not doing anything with the rates at all, they're not really either raising it or lowering it or anything. I think what that does is it encourages people that may have said, I'm just worried, I don't know what the rates are going to do. That's something that we do all the time. It's not necessarily a sales training, but it's always something you don't know what the future is going to be. We don't know in 2 months what the rates are going to do. However, that's something that I always say with clients is I'd say, wouldn't it make more sense to take advantage of it now than maybe wait 3 months down the road? Right. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what it's going to be like. So why don't you take advantage of those, awesome rates the way they are right now, as opposed to waiting, because again, we don't know. So I think it's it's affecting the economy that way. They're trying to encourage people that, may have thought about not buying, especially during this time. I mean, it's just, I think it was probably 2 to 3 weeks where people were like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know really what to do after all of everything happened. And then now it's like, I think they just stopped caring, and we made thing. We made rules and had to follow them, and basically, one person in a house at a time, accompanied by the agent, and then after a certain amount of time went by, we were able to say two people in the house with an agent, but masked up, gloves up, all that. I mean, it was just one of those things. It was like we had to just figure out how to make it happen, and then once we did, I didn't see a really huge decline in sales. I mean, I think it spiked, so it was it's crazy.
Yeah, people were. I mean, there was a huge refinance boom when everything got shut down because rates were so low, and just as many people were like, "Well, shit, I better buy now."
Yeah.
I had a buddy refinance their home the other day, and it took out like $150,000 on it, and it's like I'm paying the same price as I was.
Yeah.
And I mean, $150,000 in your pocket just like that, or same payments. I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. What else you got?
So here's another one from Adam Data Solutions. U.S. home seller profits rise to 36% in the second quarter of 2020.
Yeah.
So they're making more profit on the house.
So people selling their homes are making more money, up 36%. That's year over year. So.
Yeah, I heard somebody in the office. They said they had a appraisal come in even higher. That was you, right? You had something that it was like $290 for a purchase price, and then the appraisal came back even $20,000 higher than that.
$319 or $309. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
So $19,000, and it's a manufactured home.
Yeah.
And you barely get cell service out there. Like it's got a gun range on it.
No,
sticks.
Yeah. So that's interesting to me when I see that. I'm like, appraisers are still. I don't think agents are necessarily trying to undervalue properties, but I think there was a long time. Last year this time we were all super nervous about appraisals coming in low. Where we the offers that were getting $40,000 over ask price was that way too high.
Yeah.
And I think I haven't seen a ton of low appraisals come back. I've seen, I've had buyers go $15,000, $20,000 over, and still appraisals totally fine. So.
We went 20 over, and then it was still worth another 20 almost.
Yeah. So I mean so how do you explain that to your clients when an appraisal comes back that high?
Congratulations.
Yeah, instant equity.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing else to say.
Here's
my closing gift to you. I got you an amazing deal on this house.
Exactly.
I'm raising my fee by 1%.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And he was a friend of mine too, old coworker from the general store.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, it's just kind of encouraging, again, because we know that values are still there. We're still going to see it like, okay, I mean, we don't know when it's going to pop. If it does, I think we were just talking about this, kind of making a joke that 2008 prices and everything is at the highest it's been since 2008. Or, sorry, in the last 13 years.
Yeah.
Weird, because that happened in 2007 and 2008. That was when it crashed, and now we're just consistently up there. So, again, I think people are probably just waiting for it to happen, but I don't see it happening. Not for a while. Not in Spokane. I know it's weird to say that, but I think Spokane's in an interesting little bubble.
People are moving here.
Yeah. We're number 3 in people per capita in Washington. Seattle's 1, Tacoma's 2, and we're 3. But I think as far as cities and spread out and how big Spokane is, I think we're number 1. Pretty sure we're number 1. I mean, we might be number 2, but we'll confirm that.
Yeah. Another interesting one here. It says, going off that point, U.S. homeownership rate soars to an almost 12-year high, as you were talking about.
Yeah, that's how they put it. They put it as a 12-year high, and that's very strategic.
Since the last crash.
How can I talk about this without bringing up 08 specifically?
Yeah.
Highest it's been 12
2020
years.
mince 12, 2000, carry the 1. 20. 2008 next.
Yeah.
So people are buying homes and people are getting top dollar for their houses. It's a good time to buy, good time to sell.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only thing is it's inventory. There's not a ton of homes out there, but that's supply and demand. I mean, the supply not very high right now, and when supply is low, demand is high, and when demand is high, prices they go up. People are willing to bid more and more. Although, what's the most amount of offers you've seen on a house when you've bid on something with your clients?
I want to say it was like 18.
Yeah.
It's the most I've seen. I've definitely heard higher.
18 bids?
18 offers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, I think when I started 5 years ago, I didn't see hardly any multiple offers back then. And I started out on new construction, so that was my first year. And then I got into actual, resale. And that was, Yeah, it was just crazy. I didn't see any multiple bids for about a year and a half, and then all of a sudden it was just like,
I think everybody realized they were getting priced out of the market.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's crazy time, but it's awesome. I mean, it's great to take advantage of that, and I think over here at Top Agent Team, we got a lot of experienced agents that we know how to price stuff accurately, and we're not going to leave too much on the table for you, even if we get those appraisals that come back another 20 grand high. At the end of the day,
that's not a guarantee.
Right? Exactly. At the end of the day, we're going to work
lucky.
for you. So
yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Last but not least, let's welcome our new agents to the team joining the last couple of weeks. We got Mike Boblett, Anna Marie, and Devin Comer.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Don't forget Rick Ward too.
Rick
He's
Ward
out there as well.
Rick Ward.
Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit for the last couple months just because all the testing centers for getting your license it's been closed down. So we've probably got about 10 to 15 agents in the hopper, wanting to join and get started with real estate, but they can't go and take their tests. So once that's open and ready to go, they've started scheduling, and we're going to be doing a lot more interviews with some newer agents as well. So
yeah, if you're interested in becoming a real estate, talk to Kyle here.
Yeah.
He's director of onboarding. He trains everybody up.
We're training you up.
Gets you going.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else to add?
I think we're good. Don't forget, Traeger giveaway Friday.
Link in the description.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.